OpenAI reportedly disbanded its preparedness team as part of a streamlining process. Another woman joined a lawsuit accusing Grok of generating CSAM. And Anthropic is watermarking text generated by Claude to comply with EU law. It's Monday, August 17th, and here's a quick look at some of the news happening in the sphere of tech this morning from Engadget. As part of a restructuring, OpenAI reportedly disbanded its preparedness team that assesses the potential for catastrophic risks with its models. That's according to reporting by the Financial Times. The Sam Altman-led company is said to have made the move at the end of last month, despite the fact that several of its models recently went rogue and hacked the AI tool repository Hugging Face. Senior staff within separate teams have now been assigned responsibility for different areas of preparedness like bio and cyber. OpenAI described the staff cuts as part of a streamlining process ahead of its IPO after Altman asked employees to cut back on side quests and focus on its core ChatGPT business. OpenAI has put some higher-profile side quests on the chopping block of late, recently eliminating its Sora video generation app that became famously associated with AI slop. The company's ethics lead recently left, as did its head of safety. Now, those two departures in particular have led to concerns that the company is ignoring safety in favor of growth, with one AI analyst comparing OpenAI's revolving safety door to a Harry Potter curse. Well, a fourth party is pursuing legal action against xAI, alleging that Grok was used to create child sexual abuse material based on her childhood photos. As first reported by the Washington Post, the woman, named as Jane Doe 4 in the lawsuit, said that her stepfather used Grok to create thousands of sexually explicit images of her as a child and traded them online. According to the lawsuit, the stepfather created more than 7,000 fake, explicit images of her using the AI chatbot Grok, including converting a photo taken of her when she was 11 into a sexually explicit image. Eventually, state and local law enforcement raided her stepfather's electronic devices for CSAM, and 2 days after, he was found dead by suicide in his car. Jane Doe 4 joins 3 other teenagers who filed the original lawsuit that alleged that Grok was used to create sexually explicit deep-fake images of them. The suit started with the 3 teens in Tennessee, but the class action lawsuit argued it could cover at least thousands of minors. Besides this lawsuit, xAI and its Grok chatbot have been at the center of many investigations regarding CSAM. Back in January, California's Attorney General Rob Bonta launched an investigation into xAI, accusing it of generating non-consensual deepfake nudes of women and children. Later that month, the European Union also opened its own probe of X to determine if the platform had enough measures in place to stop the spread of AI-generated CSAM. Anthropic has revealed how it's watermarking text generated by Claude AI to comply with the European Union's new AI transparency rules. The company said its text watermarking will not have easy-to-see visuals, will not be distinguishable to the people who read it, and will not be adding hidden characters to the text. Instead, Anthropic's method involves leaving a pattern in the text that can only be decoded by someone who has the key for it. The company explained that large language models pick one word at a time when generating text by choosing from a list of potential appropriate words to use. They pick words randomly as long as they make sense for the context of what they're generating. With watermarking on, Claude will use a key to decide on what word to choose instead of using an arbitrary random number generator to pick the next word. Now, in its example, Anthropic used the digits of pi as a key. Say the key starts with the digit 2 from the pi sequence 3.1415926535. The next word generated is the 6th in the list of choices, then the 5th, then the 3rd, then the 5th again. Now, this method is an adaptation of Google DeepMind's SynthID text approach to watermarking, which the team described in a paper published in Nature. Watermarking does not affect the quality of Claude's output or slow it down, and it will not require extra tokens or make generations more expensive, according to the company. Of course, AI-generated prose typically has some tells already. Models are fond of using certain sentence constructions like, "This isn't X, it's Y," for instance. But those tells are only enough to let you know that an AI was involved in writing that text, not the model used. Anthropic admits that its text watermarking method does have limitations. It cannot tell whether Claude actually wrote the text or just edited it, which means if you ask the AI to edit something for you, it will be watermarked as well. As the company explains, it can only tell that Claude was likely involved with the text at some point. Even translations will be watermarked. If Claude has only proofread and lightly edited the text, or if the text is too short, the watermark may not be enough to be detectable. Now, take note that lightly editing Claude-generated text probably will not remove its watermark. If you want to be sure, you will need to rewrite it completely. Anthropic will also watermark images by adding a cryptographically signed note in its metadata that says it was generated by Claude. Thanks for listening. There's a lot more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Steve Dent, Jackson Chen, and Mariella Moon. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.